Hey YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. This channel is There Has to Be Something More. I'm your humble host, Scott Moore, here with the co-host, Matilda. And we're just out for a walk today. We're back in the park as always. We love to go take a stroll through the park a few times every day. And Maddie gets to play with the pigeons that everybody's feeding. So today's video is 5 things you may not like about Guatemala. And I have to start this out by saying it was tough to come up with 5 things. But these are 5 things that legitimately you may not like. A couple of things you probably do not like. I'm going to go the first one with communication. If you don't speak a little bit of Spanish, here in Shayla for sure, there are not a lot of tourists, which I like. Not a lot of expats. It's a kind of a small group, and most of the expats know each other. And so, you know, I would start out by saying, learn a few words like, you know, hello, goodbye, good afternoon, where's the bathroom, things like that. It doesn't take that long just to learn the very basics. It does take a long time to be fluent, but I would say you can also find people that'll help you. You're going to get to know, if you're living here for any length of time, you're going to get to know your neighbors and other people that you're going to see, you know, on a daily basis. I have people that I consider friends or very friendly that are, you know, fruit vendors or run little stores that I go into all the time or things like that. I've asked them for help with like my phone. I've asked them for help like listening to voicemails that I've gotten that I didn't understand. And my Spanish is probably intermediate. Definitely not fluent, but not basic either. So you can always find people to help you. If you had to, I guess you could pay somebody to help you. Like easily you could pay somebody to go with you to, like, you know, get an internet bill paid or something like that, and it would not cost. You'd be shocked at how little somebody would charge you to go with you if you know, if they are going to charge you. So just a couple things to think about. I would also say, if you don't already use WhatsApp, I would learn to use WhatsApp. It's an app you put on your phone. It is used for absolutely everything. How to locate people, how to text to people, talk to people. WhatsApp is absolutely crucial for your communication here in Shayla. Number 2, walkability. This was something very important to me. I wanted cool weather, and I wanted a place, and I wanted a retirement city that was walkable. I love to walk. I don't like to walk and be soaking wet with sweat, which was part of living in Nicaragua. But here I can walk and walk and walk and walk all day. The weather's nice and cool, no problem at all. Now, I did meet with a subscriber here in Shayla, and he commented that a lot of the sidewalks are broken, have holes, and part of that's true. I guess since this is the 3rd country I've lived in Central America, I've kind of gotten used to seeing what that looks like. But you can, you know, like if there's certain places you go, like I go to the gym 4 times a week. There's certain routes that I use. It's close to where I'm living right now, but if one block has a broken sidewalk, I'll just learn to go to the block on the other side. So you can find routes around. Not the greatest sidewalks in the world, but not bad to me either. I mean, they're not big, long, giant, wide, spacious sidewalks, but they're fine. And I walk a lot, like 5-6 miles a day. So walkability, I would say is to me it's good. But I did have a comment that one of the subscribers, and he was here, I talked to him in person, and he just didn't think it was walkable, but to me it is. Litter. This is one of the biggest things, and if you haven't been to Central America before, if Shayla is your first trek into Central America, the litter is going to be a little bit shocking to you, where you're just walking down the street and you can see trash. Now, Some places it's not bad at all. Other places it is bad. You're going to see people drink a Coke out of a paper cup and throw the paper cup in the street. It's just things that we don't see back at home, but it's a big problem here. Guatemala is much more prosperous than a lot of the other Central American countries. So not quite as bad, but there will be places if you walk around a lot where you're going to see a lot of litter. Definitely not anything like it is in Nicaragua. I haven't been to Costa Rica in years. I did live there, but it's been a long time. But so I can't speak on that. But to me, if I was in charge of the country, litter, and I wanted tourism, litter would be like the first thing on my agenda. Get the streets cleaned up, get the garbage in, make it some kind of national pride thing. But there is litter. You're going to be shocked if you haven't been to Central America before, but it's not as bad here as it is in a lot of other places. Two more. Number 4, convenience. Long lines. So if you go to the, every couple of days I go to the bakery over here called Xelapan. Sometimes there'll be 30 people in line and one person working a register. And it's just like, it's something that I have plenty of time now, so I don't sweat it. But back at home, like when I see one of these lines, I think, man, the people in this line would be screaming bloody murder if this was the case and there was only one register open and working. So there are some long lines. It's going to happen in the supermarket. So I would just say get used to it. It's not going to change. You're not going to change it by griping about it. There are certain days and times where you'll learn to go and other times where you'll learn not to go. You just know the lines are going to be long. One bright spot, all the banks have a 60+ line. Now sometimes, like I go to Banco Industrial over here, Industrial Bank, and I think their 60+ line starts at like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. So if you go in the morning, there's no 60+ line. And these are little things you just kind of have to learn. But it is really nice. I mean, there might be 100 people in line with 5 registers open, and one of the registers is for the 60+, and there might be 5 people in that line. So really, really nice if you're 60 or over. And the last one is poverty. Again, Guatemala is much more prosperous than some of the other Central American countries. You're still going to see poverty. You're going to see, depending on where you are in the country, you're going to see tremendous poverty, shanties. When you come into the big cities, you're going to see street dogs. You're going to see panhandlers. Every once in a while, you're going to see some drunk guy that's just completely asleep, passed out on the sidewalk, and everybody's just kind of walking around him. That's just kind of part of life here. I will say this. When we were in Matagalpa, Nicaragua for a year, the street dogs run around and they look like skeletons. Here, it's not like that. I mean, the dogs here know where to find food. Every once in a while, you're going to see one that looks pretty skinny. But for the most part, if you walk around the downtown area, you're going to see a lot of dogs where you can't see their ribs. I mean, they're getting food from different places. They just learn where to go. Here, there's a lot of people, like store owners, that put big plastic bowls of water out for them. And they just keep it filled up all day long for the dogs. Dogs also hang out here at the park because there are fountains, and they can always get water here just walking in and walking down and drinking out of the fountain. Panhandlers, I guess you're going to see that everywhere in Central America. If I come down to the park 10 times, 1 or 2 times somebody's going to ask me for money. And if I see an older lady or a little kid, I'm probably going to give them a couple quetzales. If it's a working age person, I don't know. But when I do say no, I don't have any problems. Nobody's harassing or anything like that. So, again, I'll just say that it was tough coming up with 5 different things because I absolutely love living here in Xela. Very few things that I would change. Very few things that bother me. If you've got just a little bit of time and a little bit of patience, the people are friendly, the weather's perfect. Can't say enough about it. If you haven't had a trip here, now most expats live in two places. They live in Lake Atitlan, which is about 2 hours away from Shela. They live in Antigua, which is about 4 hours away. Both of those places were places I intended to go. I still have not been. A couple of reasons: because it's full of tourists, which I tend to kind of shy away from, and also it's usually they seem to be about 8 degrees warmer than the temps here in Shela. I just like the cool weather. Anyway, big plug for Shela. I love it here. I think you might be a good spot for you too. If you like a high quality of life with a low cost of living, place that's relatively safe, you might love it here. So if you're looking for a place to retire early, maybe this might be the channel for you. Or if you're just looking for an adventure, remember, there has to be something more.